Tremble. Anyways, earlier this week, James had an in-depth conversation. Longtime childhood hero.
It's so cool that we get to interview people like this.
Yeah.
He's a professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
Like the day that we interviewed him,
Yeah.
he drove off to California to go film. Oh, and then also, maybe you should explain why you weren't in this one.
My babysitter flaked.
Like literally last minute.
Okay, that's what we said we were gonna say, but truth is, James said no. Don't be in the room, because this is fucking Cody Cody McEntire.
It's Cody McEntire, bro. Professional skateboarder extraordinaire.
And he was like, no, because you'll go in there and you just talk about how skateboard is not a sport and make all these stupid skateboarder jokes. You're not going to get anything, so fuck you. Stay out of the room. Me and Cody, fuck you. So I said, all right, James, whatever.
That's not even close to it.
No.
If you could have made any skateboarding jokes while you were there, what jokes would you have made?
Probably be about how cool Supras are.
But you actually wear Supras.
I used to, back when they were cool.
Don't you have like a new pair of the Terry Kennedys?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I used to. I still do too.
Oh, no, not Supras. Osiris. That's what I was thinking about, Osiris.
Those shoes were ugly.
They were always ugly. But no, I don't know. I honestly, just my babysitter flaked. I wish I could have been there. Dude looked real cool. Had the most crazy calf muscles. I could not stop staring at his calf muscles.
It's so funny seeing. Whenever we have like comedians from like this area or musicians or whatever,
yeah,
we've always been extremely nervous because Darwin's house is a fixer-upper.
Yeah, we're getting there.
And he doesn't have floors in certain areas.
I got floors. This is not the best floors.
He hadn't always had floors in certain areas.
It's a fixer-upper.
And seeing Cody McEntire pull up in an Audi to do an interview with us in a trailer park.
In what used to be a bathroom.
I didn't tell him that this used to be a bathroom.
This used to be a bathroom, now it's a studio. So
usually I'm extremely nervous whenever we interview someone like that. Now I don't really care. But seeing him pull up in the Audi in your driveway to do an interview with us made me extremely nervous. And
I had a stomach ache.
It made me feel like he was thinking, oh God, what have I got myself into?
That's what I felt. But he was a cool guy. Sat down with you for over an hour and a half. Well, close to an hour and a half. And I haven't heard it. So for now, world premiere. James' interview. 1-on-1, in depth.
I went Marin style.
He marined him. Cody McEntire got marined
by James Toy.
By my boy James T over there. So now, for your listening pleasure, Cody McEntire.
What is it about Southern rock you like so much?
Fuck, I don't know, man. It's just kind of a little bit of like nostalgia. Like when I was a kid, my parents used to listen to it and stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of being back home or like being in Oklahoma at my relative's house and stuff like that when they used to listen to it. So,
are you originally from Oklahoma?
Yeah, I was born in Lawton, Oklahoma, but I pretty much grew up my entire life here in Texas. So,
really?
Yeah, I don't really like claim Oklahoma.
Did you listen to Creedence? You already listened to them?
Yeah, when I was younger, man, my mom and dad used to they listen to all that shit, and then they would listen to a lot of country too. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of like Chris Ledoux or Brooks and Dunn or any of this old stuff. So it was cool. I like country. I like kind of almost every music, honestly.
Really? So. Who were some of the country guys you liked?
Well, I mean, obviously you have to go with like Hank Jr. Fucking. There's actually like this dude Hank III. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
He's gnarly, but I like that. Waylon. I don't know, just kind of like the normal, and then I don't know, like most of the older like country. And I'm kind of like I said, I like Merle Haggard and Brooks and Dunn.
I really
like
Merle Haggard a lot.
So it's cool. There's a lot of cool shit, man. I don't know.
You ever listen to any like Loretta Lynn or Patsy Cline?
I never really got into like too much of the female. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to a little bit of what is it? Johnny Cash did some of that shit with who's the one that song? Fuck, it's on my iPod right now. I can't think of the name of it, but it's like Carpenter or something. I don't know. He sings it with some chick. I don't know.
June?
Huh?
June Carter?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That was his wife.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really too big into like the female country, but
I wasn't really either, but I think I was listening to Merle Haggard on Pandora, and a lot of Loretta Lynn came on there, and I was like, man, this is actually pretty badass, and it didn't remind me of like what I typically thought of what country.
Yeah. That's sick, man.
It's pretty good. What videos did you watch to get into skateboarding?
I mean, I didn't really watch videos to get into skateboarding. I just kind of skated because, shit, I like lived in this neighborhood and there was this dude I was outside riding my bike and there was this kid kind of skating by and, I don't know, we just kind of started talking and stuff. His name was Woody Woodall. It was like the weirdest name, but I'll never forget it because that dude got me into skating. And, I don't know, we started skating around and then he would let me borrow some videos and stuff. Like he had, I think like a 4-in-1 was like the first video I saw, and then I watched like Maple Black Cat was like my first like real skate video and stuff. But yeah, Woody's kind of the one that got me into skateboarding, to be honest. And
Do you still keep in touch with that guy?
no, man, I haven't seen him in forever. Like I saw him, oh man, like because we like used to skate all the time, and then like I think he moved or something, and then I saw him randomly one time at the skate park, but it was like, God, it had to have been over 10 years ago, and I haven't seen him since. So I'm hoping one of these days, like, he'll, like, just find me on Facebook or something like that. Because it would just be rad, because, like, I literally, like, in a roundabout weird fucking way, owe everything to that guy. Like,
really? Because
he's the dude that got me to start skateboarding, so I owe it all to him. So if he ever, like, somehow listens to this, dude, fucking thank you.
So whenever I was in high school, I'm gonna sound like a mark, but me and a bunch of friends, we would watch your Smoke and Mirrors part a lot. And I don't know if is that a part that people always talk to you about, or
it's like, I don't know, it was like...
It's like you're over it already?
It's not really that I'm over it, because, I mean, fuck, dude, like, I mean, I worked my ass off for it, so I'm psyched, but I mean... Like, I mean, there's one part of me where I was really hyped to do that part, and, because it was right after I got done with that Tampa contest or whatever, and so, I think it's kind of lame sometimes if you're just a contest dude, like, if you just, oh yeah, that guy's really good at contests, but then nobody gives a shit about your video parts, or you don't have a video part, and so I was fortunate enough to be given the opportunity, like, with Bill Weiss and Dennis Martin, they let me have that part in digital, and, I didn't think that it was... I mean, the first time I watched it, I was fucking bummed. I was like, dude,
really?
that part sucks. Like, I just wasn't that hyped. But I guess it kind of grew on me. And then the song, obviously, like, I've always been a Skynyrd song. And I just wanted, it was my first part, so I wanted to have, like, a cool Skynyrd song. It was before,
so you got to pick that?
Yeah, it was before you had to do, like, get all the rights and all that bullshit. Because, like, skateboarding's so popular now, dude, it's insane. But, yeah, we got to do that. And, I mean, I still, like, even just this past weekend at Tampa Pro, like, I had kids coming up to me like, oh, dude, your Smoke and Mirrors part's
really
sick. And, I mean, I'm psyched on it. I'm really stoked that they still are stoked. But, I mean, I've had so much other shit come out since then. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, I've had, like, 2 other video parts and then, like, a fuck ton of other, like, random little projects. But, I mean, whatever. Either way, like, I'm stoked that kids like it. I mean, fuck. Hopefully they'll keep liking it, I guess.
It's just, it's so, I don't know how to word this. It's so... Like that part at the very beginning when you start with the dolphin flip.
Oh yeah.
It kind of sets a tone to the whole video. That kind of, it's like it's gonna, because I think that's kind of a trick that hardly anyone really.
Yeah, well,
that's not really
Stanton
featured in very many.
He used to do it, and I remember I would see him do it, and I was just like, what the fuck, like.
How old is that trick?
I don't even know, man. It's pretty much a varial flip. Is what it is. But, I mean, I've seen Steve Nesser do varial flips before, and they kind of were like a little bit of like the forward flip. And then I remember there's this old Transworld video which one? Free Your Mind, where Daryl has like a line and he does a forward flip and then just like nollies this 14 or maybe it's 12, I don't know. But I remember just being like, holy shit, that's the coolest trick. And so, I don't know, I just wanted to learn it and I always thought it'd be cool to just throw it in a line. I have no idea why I did it that day, but I was just like, fuck, it'd be cool. I guess it's not just like another tray flip or nollie heel or something, I don't know.
After that video came out in my, I don't know if it was around more, but particularly in my area where I was growing up, after that part came out, everybody did dolphin flips. And I showed up at the skate park one day, and everybody was doing them, and I was like, I didn't know we were doing these now.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's cool, I mean, to think if I had some sort of influence, but at the same time, like, skateboarding is just so broad that, I mean, like, I'm not going to take credit for shit. I just think that it's, I don't know, maybe kids just saw it and are like, oh, that's cool. Like, because with me, like, a perfect way is nollie big spins, man. I went to a Volcom demo, dude, I had to have been like 16 or something, and I never even done a nollie big spin, seen one. I didn't even know what the fuck they were. And I saw Mark Appleyard doing them over this pyramid. This was like before he like got real popular at them too. And I remember just thinking like, wow, that was the coolest fucking trick I've ever seen. Like, it just, because I always was stoked on nollie back on 80s, and it's pretty much the same trick. And so I went to the skate park and started trying that one. And like every time I do that trick, like even like at like Tampa, like I just feel like, shit, this is Mark Appleyard's trick. Like, I don't know, it's so funny. Like, I just always think of that dude whenever I do that trick.
Was he a guy that you kind of, or I guess were there any guys that you maybe emulated whenever you first were starting?
I mean, I would say like I was influenced by a few people. I never really wanted to like
take their style.
Yeah, I never really wanted to like copy them, because it's like, what's the point? Like, there's already that guy. So if you're just a carbon copy, then there's no point. So like I always thought that it was important. Like, I know that I have like a weird style and like I'm kind of short, and it's just like I have like this weird bow leg stance or some shit. But like, I don't know. I was influenced by some dudes. Like, I remember like skating. I would skate with like Guru Kolso when I was a kid, and that dude, I would always think that he had a really cool style. And of course, like I would see Daryl skating in Houston and shit sometimes. And then just some of my buddies I grew up with, like Frankie and Marcus, Philippe and Mike, those guys. I don't know. It was just cool. Like, I would kind of see what they were doing and then try and do it, and then I don't know, maybe like do something different too, you know? Like, I don't know. I guess those dudes, it was more so local guys are what influenced me. I wasn't like broad enough to like look at all the pros and shit. It was just more local, like Texas skaters that I was always psyched on.
You ever come out here to the San Marcos skate park?
I've been out there before. I think there was like a Rise that opened or something, dude. And it was just hot as fuck. Like, it's so gnarly, man. Like right in the summertime. So I don't know. I'd like to go skate it again though. But I don't know. I haven't really been there in a while.
What is it like skating in? Where were we at? San Diego.
Well, I was living in San Diego for a minute. Then I moved up to SF, and now I'm down in Long Beach. And
how hot is it in all those areas compared to Texas?
SF is really rad, because it's just like the weather is cold, like you're right in the bay. Like, I love it. That's the best weather. I don't like that place really, but like the weather is perfect. But dude, it gets pretty fucking hot down in Southern California, man. And like it's weird because the heat out here in Texas, like I get really fucking hot and stuff, and it sucks. But I don't get that sunburnt. Whereas in California, like, I have this theory that the ozone is just completely like melted away out there, so the UV is so much worse. Because out there, like, it'll be like 80 to 90 degrees, whereas out here in Texas, it's like 110, and it's worse for me out there. Like, I get sunburnt, I get fucking sick, like, I just don't feel right.
Is it dry?
I mean, I've heard the comparison between a dry heat and the fucking humidity, but heat's fucking heat, dude. Like, it doesn't matter. I hate it, dude.
How did you get to blind?
To blind? Well, I've been riding for, like, Think Skateboards for, like maybe 5 to 6 years. And they were super cool. Tony Vitello was the owner of it. He's also the dude that does Thrasher and stuff like that. He's a cool dude, and everyone over there was just really great. And then they got sold. There were like these changes, and the brand got sold over to this place called Strange Bird Distribution or something. And it was really cool at first, and everything was rad. But I don't know, there was like just this team manager, and me and him were like super great friends, but just somewhere along the lines we started butting heads, and I'm not even saying it's his fault. Fuck, it's probably mine. Like I don't know, and we just couldn't see eye to eye, and I guess I don't know, it was just time for a change, and like he was kind of over me, and I was kind of over the brand and stuff, and like the direction that it was going, I just was like kind of like fuck it. It didn't remind me of the old brand, and I mean, it was cool. I still respect all those dudes, but it sucks it went out of business. But I just called Bill Weiss, like the blind team manager, and because I'd been skating with all the blind dudes down in Long Beach, and I was like, dude, these guys are fucking rad, man. Like T.J. Rogers and Morgan Smith and
Yuri. How do you say his last name?
Yeah, Yuri Ficini or something. I don't know.
That guy is incredible.
Yeah, it sucks. He actually no longer rides for blind.
Really?
Yeah, that just happened. But yeah, I was skating with Yuri too, and I was like, holy shit, man, these dudes are all so good, and it just felt like I like fit in with them, you know? Like I just got like a really cool vibe from all of them, and so I don't know, man, I just bit the bullet and like called Weiss and was like, dude, I'm really hyped on blind, like, is there anything that we could do? And it was like really scary for me because I think that that's like kind of a kook move to just like full on like call someone, but I mean, I guess what's the expression, like closed mouths don't get fed, so it's like it's hard to like not say anything. Nobody's gonna know if you don't open your mouth and tell them. So he I don't know, he was just like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. And then like a month later, like we went out to dinner, like he like was sending me boards and stuff, and I was riding them and just foaming my ass off. And we went out to dinner, and he like pretty much laid it out on the table for me and was like, look, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, like if you're stoked, like let's do something, if not, like I won't be offended. And I was just like, oh fuck, dude, I'm down. Like I'm super hyped because Blind's just one of those companies that has so much history, and it's like Bill Weiss is just such like a great dude, and he like cares for you as a skateboarder. He doesn't care about like your image or your fucking like how you can benefit the brand necessarily. I feel like he cares about you as a person, actually, you know, and as a skater yourself. Like he wants you to do better, and like I don't know, it's cool, man. I'm glad like I found a home. Like I'll be on Blind as long as they'll fucking have me, dude. Like I plan on riding for them the rest of my career. So
were you taken back by how legendary this company was and how?
I mean, I know my history, man. I've seen like video days and all that shit, and I mean, I see how it works. It's cool to have like, whereas again, like not to fucking ride Weiss's dick too hard, but like he actually used to fucking skate, man. You know, like I'd ridden for other companies before where the team manager didn't even fucking skate, didn't know about skating, and I was just like, dude, what? This is fucking weird. Like that'd be like me being like a TM of like a motocross team. It's like I don't fucking ride motocross, like. Whereas this dude is fucking skated. Like, I watched him break his fucking shoulder at Tampa Pro trying to 540 on the vert ramp. You know,
really?
like, that's rad, dude. Like, that's rad that he's still out there skating and still killing it. Because
he genuinely enjoys it.
Yeah, he understands. You know, like, I feel like he'll... When you go to a spot and you're getting pissed the fuck off, like, I feel like it doesn't even weird him out. Because he's like, I've been there. You know, like, I know how this goes. So, it's really cool having somebody like that that's, like, running the show over there. And most importantly, I fucking respect him for that, and that's the most important thing to me is something like that. So,
what'd you think about video days when you saw it?
I mean, whenever I saw it the first time, obviously I was a little kid, so I didn't really like understand it. You know, I was like, "Whoa, this is cool," but whatever. Like, Mark Gonzalez is a rocket kickflip. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, nowadays, like, I mean, I think it's cool, you know, like, I go back and it's more of, like, a nostalgic factor, like, those dudes and skating, like, little curves and shit. Like, it's fucked, man. Like, sometimes, like, I'll think to myself, like, I remember, like, I think, like, a year ago, like, I was doing, like a switch heel, like, back nose grind, trying to fake you flip out or something, and I was like, dude, I've never really seen anybody do this, like, got all stoked, and then I think I watched, like, Rodney versus Day One, like old video. I fucking did one, and they're on like a picnic table, like set down some stairs. I'm just like, holy fuck! Like it's
that video is still crazy,
dude. All those old videos are fucked, man. Like it's so funny because I watch those videos and I'm like, I mean, the filming obviously like is a little bit different than nowadays. It's like no shit, but like the tricks are so gnarly. Like it's like I would almost rather watch one of those than these new fucking artsy bullshit web clips. Like, I mean, those are cool too, don't get me wrong, but it's like, there's just something that goes into that making of a skate video process where it's so cool versus nowadays, like, I feel like skate parts are almost like shit out, like just conveyor belted onto websites and stuff. But I mean, I get it. It's just nobody has the attention span anymore to want to wait for a video part. But I don't know, those old videos, dude. Just something about them, like
They're very raw.
yeah, having a VHS and just fucking like I don't know. There's just something about hitting the rewind button and seeing like some of the static and shit that just like gets me stoked as like a skateboarder and brings back a little bit of like the older memories, I guess.
Mm-hmm. They remind me kind of like a Baker film.
Oh, like the old Baker
yeah,
2G or
yeah.
something. Yeah. We just watched that shit the other day at my homie Shane's house. Like, we watched Baker 2G, and it was so crazy, dude, because that was the shit I would watch when I was, like, 13 or 14.
It's like Jackass for skateboarding.
Yeah, it's just something that you're so, like, it brings back memories. Like, I can remember being in my driveway and being like, man, I want to fucking nose slide a rail like Knox Godoy or some shit. Like, it's pretty funny.
You remember Baker 3?
Yeah, Baker 3 was like, I feel like Baker 3 was, in my mind, I look at it as more one of like, kind of like starting to get on the newer age side, like, because I think of like Baker 2G and Bootleg 3000 and stuff like, I
I've
feel
never
like
seen that one.
those are still like the raw ass like VHS clips, and I think Baker 3 was like on DVD and stuff like that, which I was kind of like, to me, like just from like where I was growing up at my age, like that was when skateboarding, I was like, getting a little older, and I felt like it was like transitioning to where the filming was getting a little bit better and like editing and stuff like that. It was like more of a Baker's always had that like rough fucking look to it.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more of like a polished rough look, I guess. But either way, it was still, they're all fucking good.
Like, it was
videos,
more
man.
of meant to look like that versus this is what we're working with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what those dudes do. I mean, I love all their videos. I think they're cool as shit. But it was yeah, just like the DVD stuff, I guess, is like what I'm talking about. But yeah, dude, I love the Baker videos. I love all those old videos. They're all sick, man.
Being on a high-profile team like Blind, are you... this is just something I've always wondered. Are you allowed to, like, wear certain, like... Are you not allowed to wear certain, like, clothes or, like, ride certain boards or anything like that?
Well, obviously, I couldn't fucking wear, like, an Element t-shirt or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit, but, like... No, I mean, not really, dude. I don't even fucking wear skate clothes half the time, dude. Like, I just wear whatever the fuck. Like, dude, like, this is gonna sound so funny, but, like, my mom will just be like, oh, hey, I bought you, like, a button-up the other day or something. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I get psyched on that shit. Like, I mean, I just ride the fucking boards, obviously, like, the blind boards, and then, which, by the way, are fucking amazing. They're super good wood, and, yeah, I just wear, like, Filmbot, like they make a bunch of really cool shirts. It's like my grip tape sponsor and stuff. And then I just wear skate shirts and just random shit like that. They don't really give a fuck what I wear. I mean, like I said, obviously, as long as I'm not wearing like a fucking girl skateboard shirt or something, you know. I mean, but that's kind of obvious.
Yeah, I always felt like they were very, like, a lot of these companies were very laid back when it came to stuff like that. But it kind of just came up in conversation the other day whenever I was talking about doing this interview.
Yeah, no, I mean, for the most part, I mean, I've heard of some of the dudes having to wear like sometimes in contracts, like not dudes on Blind, or fuck, I don't know, maybe, but they'll have to like wear like monster shit during contests or something. But that's like a whole nother. I don't even know how that shit works, man. I don't have like an energy drink sponsor or anything like that. This is all just.
Would you turn one down?
I've heard. I mean, dude, no, not at all. It's one of those things where like, it's like people are like, oh, dude. Like, you gotta stay core. You gotta be, like, a core skater. It's like, what the fuck's core nowadays, man? Like, I love skateboarding, and that's all that matters. To me, that's as fucking core as it can get. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want to be on fucking a, like, cracker commercial. Like, you know, like, that's kind of whack. But at the same time, like, if that can further my skateboarding and make me, like... just be like a little bit better of a person, like to where I can go and skate and help out people more. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care what I have to do as long as like I can help like more people see skateboarding in a positive way. Because okay, like this is a perfect example. Say like I did do some lame ass like Coca-Cola commercial or something. Like I would rather me do a Coca-Cola commercial than some fucking actor that doesn't even know about skating, you know? Because at least then like you're gonna be like you're going to actually be able to, like, relay the real message of skating and not just some bullshit longboard fucking, like, I don't know, helmet-wearing fucking elbow pad dude, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird, man. I mean, I could go on all fucking day about the whole core bullshit, but
I don't know if it's just like because I used to skate a lot or what, but I live here in San Marcos and I live really close to the campus over here.
Mhm.
And I see a lot of the college students riding longboards and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And something about it, I roll my eyes every time and I kind of just shake my head and look down.
well, I mean, it's kind of like I'm sure it's like the notion of like.
And I don't want. I mean, they haven't done anything to me. Like I don't.
No, I get it, but it's like I'm sure when like a fucking dude goes into the gym that's like a real gym person goes in there and just sees some asshole in the the treadmill or like.
I feel like a jerk.
It's just like you fucking noob. It's not really it's just whenever I get this all the time because I live in like California and shit. Like I'll talk to people and they're just like, oh, well, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I skate for a living, and they're like, oh, cool. I got a friend that skates. Or like, oh, I skate. And you're just like, yeah, dude, like. Okay, like their version of skating, like those kids with the longboards, is like our version of skating is like fucking having fun, going and like jumping downstairs, skating a ledge, like getting pissed the fuck off, like getting so happy, you know, like. Whereas their version is like, yeah, I've rode down my driveway once or twice, or like you know, like some.
I've gone
chicks,
really
like,
fast.
Yeah, some chicks like falling over and been like, oh yeah, like I got some road rash. It's like, what the fuck? But I mean, at the same time, like whatever, dude is. I don't know, like, I kind of, like, I hate how popular fucking skating is nowadays. Dude.
Do you really?
Yeah, man, like, I don't know when you started, but I mean, obviously coming from San Marcos, like, it's a smaller town, and, like, you were probably one of, like, a handful of kids in your high school that skated, you know, and it was cool, like, I remember getting made fun of, like, being in high school. I bought some fucking Lakais, and, all the, like, football dudes were like, what the fuck are those? Like, I was like, oh, they're Lakais. They're like the Mike Carroll Lakais, dude. Like, I was so hyped. Like, what the fuck? You don't know what these are? And they were, like, giving me shit wearing, like, Jordans and all these, like, weird, like, Nike shoes. And then nowadays, it's the fucking opposite. Like, I swear you could walk into any high school and they're going to be wearing Vans, fucking the Janowski skateboard shoes, fucking Lakais, like, DCs and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know. I mean... I'm psyched that skateboarding's growing and more popular, but at the same time, it's like I feel like sometimes like maybe the wrong people are in it, or people that don't really.
It's becoming
understand
more of a
about
style.
Yeah, exactly. It's like almost kind of like a culture where like it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's fucking. It'd be like if everybody just started wearing NASCAR shit. It's like what the fuck? You don't drive a race car, like,
or even watch NASCAR.
Yeah. It's just like you do it because all your friends do, and it's just. I mean. Whatever, it's cool that it's popular, but I mean, I get fucking over it sometimes. I'm just like, oh god, man, this sucks.
I remember whenever I was in school, I got into skating in 5th grade. I think I'm a little younger than you, but the way that I got into it was through playing Tony Hawk's Underground.
Yeah, I remember those games.
And there was like the groups of kids who really skated, and then the groups of kids who dressed like they skated and like always
posers.
claimed the posers. Do you remember saying
The
that?
best. Yeah, dude, I heard somebody say that the other day and I was like, wow, that's fucking amazing, dude. Holy shit.
Posers or wannabes.
Yeah.
I think that's what we always called them that. But it always seemed like the posers always wore like etnies for some reason. I don't know why, they always wore etnies.
Well, I think that was like the shit that you could get at like PacSun and stuff. Like,
oh, really?
When they first started, because I remember like the fucking poser kids. It was the same way in my school. Like you had like the group of kids that actually skated, and then you had the kids that like dressed like they would skate. And yeah, it'd be the same shit. They'd be wearing the fucking poofy etnies or the DCs with like the big like DC logo on the back or something.
All the shoes were puffy.
Yeah, it was funny, dude.
Why were they? I don't understand why they were like that.
Well, it was just like I think that was like a time in skating when it was like the shoes were just getting so tech, you know. They wanted to keep them like oh, this is gonna protect your feet. This is gonna do. It was almost like overkill, but it was like like I don't know. Everything goes in a circle, you know. It was like skateboarding like went really fucking crazy back then. Then it went real minimal. Remember how like only the shoes were vulcanized. Now I feel like it's starting to get a little bit like. Some of the tech's kind of coming back. Like if you look at some of like the Westgate shoes that have like, I think they have like an air pocket in them. Maybe I'm mistaken, but like some of the Costin shoes almost look like a fucking Air Max or something. But I mean, it's cool. Like I think it's rad. Like a little bit of mix of both. Like it's just, it's kind of a cool thing to put into skateboarding now. But
The posers. It's that was such an embarrassing time for me, because it's like I love skateboarding, but then I guess just because of the way that things were marketed towards you at that age, you kind of think that this is what people who like skateboarding are into. So it's like, I love Blink 182. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, we all fucking were there. I remember listening to like
Green Day.
POD and fucking Static X. But I mean, I was like influenced by what my friends were listening to. What is that one shit with that dude that just like, he like just gurgles and stuff, like System of a Down, I think. Like,
I used to listen to that.
My friend used to listen to that shit, and then I don't know, some of my older buddies like Frankie and them, they like listen to a bunch of hip hop and all that. And I think that's what like kind of swayed me into like my fucking hip hop phase. It's like, dude, all the skate videos you're watching, everyone wore like baggy pants and big clothes and stuff, and so that was like what was cool in skateboarding at the time, you know? So like how nowadays like the fucking high waters and the weird like tucked in shirts with your fucking belt out, that shit's cool now. Like, so it's like, I don't fucking know. I'd way rather fucking dress baggy any day. I'd wear double XL shirts all fucking day long than look like a buster at Olive Garden, dude. Like, those fools are crazy. That's a crazy style that I'm not into. I mean, I'm not hating on it. Do your thing. To each his own, but I don't think I could do that one.
Were there any other sports that you were interested in growing up?
Yeah, I mean, my parents, like, fuck, man, we grew up in Texas. We played football, you know? And I played football in junior high and stuff like that, and it was really cool. And then I actually wound up, like, breaking my wrist the second season, or second year or whatever, and I couldn't play football anymore, and which at the time was kind of a blessing in disguise, because that meant that I didn't have to go to any more after-school practices, and I was just able to focus all my time towards skateboarding, so... Because, like, you can't play with a fucking cast, you know? And,
yeah.
I don't know, that was, like... To be honest with you, like, I'm so glad that happened to me, because I was, like, on the fence about, like, okay, should I, like, start playing football a bunch, or should I just keep skating? And since I couldn't fucking play football, all I did was skate. And then I just got so into it after that I didn't really play any sports. Like, I mean, I love to play basketball and all sorts of shit, but, I mean, obviously skateboarding comes before any of that. It's just... I don't know. Pool. I mean, pool's not really a sport, I guess, but I like playing pool a bunch. That's really fun. So.
Do you still watch any football?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like an avid like can break down the stats on fucking Dez Bryant or anything, but like, yeah. I mean, I like to watch it. I mean, obviously, I like to watch a Cowboys game before some other random shit. It's always nice if it's like a team you can root for. But yeah, sometimes I'll just have like a lazy day and watch like a good football game and just be an old man or something. So.
Do skateboarding for a living, does that take away any of the fun out of it for you?
No, like, I mean, that's such like a broad question. It's just like any other job. Like, I mean, dude, I skateboard for a living. Like, that's all that I do. That's the best thing on earth. You know what I mean? It's sometimes things that you have to deal with will bum you out. Like I was like riding for like a shoe company, like the last one that I rode for, and like things were going on there that were bumming me out. Like, it wasn't bumming me out about skateboarding, it was bumming me out about my job side of skateboarding.
So like, the business side you don't like too much? Well,
I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just like, it can really like get under your skin. Like, it was like every single time I had to call and like argue with these dudes about something, or like, I was just like, dude, fuck, this isn't why I started skating, man. Like, you know, and I realized that, yeah, whenever your passion becomes your job, it's going to become a little bit different, and, you know, you have to conduct yourself in a different manner and stay professional and stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't fucking skateboard because it pays my bills. I mean, I love it, and don't get me wrong, I want to do it as long as I can. But dude, even if I was working at HEB, even if I was like working with my dad, I'd be fucking skateboarding, dude. Like, it's just something that I love more than, dude. It's like my parents and skateboarding. Those are the fucking two things in my life that are like the most important things on earth, and that always will be. And nothing's gonna change that. I love skateboarding. It definitely, you have your ups and downs, your highs and lows, but it's like, I guess I could compare it to a relationship. Like, when you're married to a chick, like, you fucking hate her, but then at the same time you love her. Like, you need fucking the pain for the, like, the good for the bad for the good. You know, like. I don't know. It's like a balancing act that you have to walk, and I think that's what skateboarding does. And I mean, getting to do it every single day is fucking. I'm like blessed, man. I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather want to fucking do.
Does traveling around so much, does it make it harder to maintain relationships?
I mean, not really. Like, I mean, the only thing that I would say that I guess sometimes happens to me is like I get a little bit alienated from people because, like, a perfect example, like whenever I come back to Texas to visit my family and stuff like that, a lot of my friends that I grew up skating with, like, they don't really skate anymore, and you know, I mean, I definitely try and keep relationships and keep in contact with them, but I mean, it's fucking hard, you know, when I'm like living in Long Beach, like you're not just gonna call up your buddy and be like, hey, how's your day? Like, so like when I get back, they all have kids, they're all old, like, I mean, not that I'm like talking shit about them, but like, you know, they're older and like they have their real lives going, and I'm still just like going to the fucking Temple Park at 1 PM, like on a fucking Monday. Like I don't really have like too many friends like whenever I come back here, like, I mean. Or if I do, most of them like just want to go out drinking or something. I'm not really a big drinker anymore, so it's like it's kind of hard, like, because you know, with like a normal job, like say you work at like a manufacturing plant, you have your buddies that you talk to and you guys will hang out. Like I don't have that kind of like when I come back. Like when I'm in Long Beach, like yeah, I have a ton of people, like a ton of friends that I hang out with because more people out there do skateboarding for a living, so I can just hang out with them all the time. But yeah, sometimes it will get a little bit like tough being back here in Texas. But I've just learned to say fuck it and just skate by myself a bunch and not really care.
Do you ever I'm originally from Lockhart, which is just like 15 minutes away from here.
Okay.
I didn't do much traveling. But you when you go around, you ever try any of the other barbecue around there?
Yeah, whenever I was younger I used to, but
Are there any good places?
I mean, there's definitely some, but I'm always going to be biased. You know, like I could have barbecue that's going to be way better than any Texas barbecue, but I would be like, fuck that. You know what I mean? But I mean,
that's kind of how I am.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But I mean, I've had some really good barbecue in San Francisco, actually. What was it? It's called like Gnarly Cat or some shit like that. Like, I don't know. That place is really good. But
have you had any places in Lockhart?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't?
I've heard that is that one. What the fuck's it? Like the super famous one. Where they have like the signs like
there's
35.
like 4 famous ones.
Well, I know that there's the one in downtown. I don't know the name of that, but there's the one that's like
Kreitz.
It's like it says like you can smell our pits from miles away. Like
I think it might be Kreitz.
Okay, like I've heard that one's supposed to be like one of the best ones here in Texas or something, but I've never really had it.
They're really really good. Lockhart's their claim to fame is like they're supposed to be the barbecue capital of the world.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
Damn. I need to get up on my barbecue then. I haven't really fucked with it.
There's a place there called Smitty's. That is my favorite place. And even though it's all I think they all kind of taste the same.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'll never admit that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel you, man. There's this place in my hometown in Belton called Shope's. That's pretty good, man. It's just, I don't know. They're always on point, like it's just consistent, you know. It's like always pretty rad. So, and plus they have like a dope like outdoor like little theater, and like this dude, like I don't know if you've ever heard of, like Charlie Robinson. He goes and plays there sometimes. He's like kind of like a folk / country singer.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah,
but
he's fucking rad. So I don't know, it's always cool. But
where's that place at?
It's in Belton, like off of I think like Main Street or something like that. So I don't know, it's pretty cool.
So you've done the Tampa Pro before?
Well, I just did it last week actually, and then I did it in 2013. So
is that nerve-wracking?
I mean, yeah, this year more so because, well, I mean, fuck, even the year that I went was pretty nerve-wracking because it was like my debut on blind or whatever. So if I would have like just flopped, that wouldn't look too good. But this year it was actually like if you weren't in Street League and you could get it, like it was like an opportunity to get into Street League, and so it was fucking. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, I just want to get into Street League. I wasn't like doing it just for that, but it definitely added a little bit of pressure. And I was so close and just blew it in my last run. And I think I was like 2 away or something. But yeah, that shit was kind of nerve wracking, dude. And like, I don't know, like sometimes I see those dudes like Nija and like Chaz and fucking Luan, and they're all awesome dudes, but like those guys are fucking superstars, man. And I'm just a normal fucking guy. Like, I don't really consider myself on the same like page or whatever you want to call it as those dudes. So it's kind of weird, like, because sometimes like I watch that dude and I
Chris
just
Cole was there too, right?
Yeah, Chris Cole was there. Like, it's just weird, like, seeing those fucking guys skate and like remembering like watching skate videos with them, and now I'm like standing on a roll-in next to them. Like, it's fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
The coolest thing that happened to me all weekend, man, I skated like practice or whatever, or, like my qualifiers, and that I went back to my hotel room that night, and I was getting ice to just kind of ice down my legs and stuff. And I'm just standing at the vending machine, and this dude goes walking by, and he's like, "Hey man, you fucking killed it today." I'm just like, "Oh, cool." And I like look up, and it's fucking Kerry Getz. I was just like, "Holy shit, dude!" Like, Kerry Getz is fucking. I mean, back in the day, like photosynthesis was like my favorite video. So like, for that dude to like that's almost like getting like accolades from your like, not really mentor, but like just somebody I used to look up to so much, fucking Kerry Getz, you know, and just shit like that is what makes all of it worth it. Like, I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Are there more guys that you ran into or that you kind of got all?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like. I guess like the term would be like fanning out, like because I think it's just that I'm older now. You know, like when I was a kid, I definitely like one of the craziest things. I was a Muska fan. I loved fucking Muska. I think everybody loved Muska.
Yeah, I think so.
He was just the shit, dude. He was like the best skateboarder, man. He's so good. But whenever I used to like ride for Supra, we went to like Muska's house and shit.
Did you really?
Yeah, like up in like the Hollywood Hills and everything. And we whenever I was a little kid, like Muska used to always take these fucking boom boxes. Like he called them ghetto blasters.
Yeah,
He would take them on the sessions.
His special on one of the Tony Hawks, he would ride on.
Thing.
Yeah, he would ride on a boombox.
Dude, it was so sick. Like, and so like we went to his house and we were staying the night, and I was just like, you know, I'm like, hey, what's up, Chad? Like, good to meet you. I'm Cody, blah blah blah. And then, like in my mind, I'm just like, wow, holy fuck! Like, I used to draw this dude's like skateboards and put them on my binder, and I'm like sitting in his house. Dude, like, this is weird. And so like I stayed in his guest room and shit, and it was like a
You
ghetto,
stayed at his house?
Yeah, it was like a ghetto blaster shrine. Like, all his ghetto blasters were on the fucking walls,
shit.
dude. I was just like laying in the bed, like, dude, I remember that fucking.
He really
ghetto
is like
blaster.
this.
Dude, it was crazy. I was like, holy fuck, man! Like, if you had asked me when I was 13, like,
Was he wearing the gloves too?
No.
I always see him with gloves. I don't know.
He didn't have the gloves on this time. He just had like some like ponytail thing going. But yeah, I was just like, man, if you'd have told me when I was like 13 years old, wearing like my red fucking windbreaker pants, trying to be like Muska, like, yeah, one day you'll be like chilling in his house, and like, fuck you, you know. And, like, so that was just really cool. It was more so like, it wasn't even necessarily like, oh, the Muska. It was just like cool that like how the universe works, you know, like being in Belton fucking Texas, and then like being in Hollywood, California, staying in like this dude's house that I used to fucking like love when I was a kid. Like, it's just kind of crazy to me. I was like, wow, like the term like never say never really is like, that's fucking real, dude.
That's awesome. That's so funny. Do you remember I think it was either Tony Hawk's Underground 1 or 4, and Eric Costin, his special trick was he pulled out like an entire box of pizza.
Oh,
and
yeah,
opened it
yeah.
up and ate a slice.
Yeah, it's because he board slid. Remember when he like board slid that 9 with like a fucking pizza box or some shit? I think. Or,
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did that. It was either him or McCrank did something, because I remember Rick McCrank did that, or maybe no, I think he ollied a fucking couch like off of a bump and was like taking a bite out of a pizza or something. But I think that's where they kind of got that from.
Oh, that's so awesome. So would you rather be in if they made Escape 4, would you rather be in that or a Tony Hawk game?
Fuck, probably the Tony Hawk game, because I could actually play it. I fucking hate those skate games.
Really?
Well, it's like they're cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's a rad game, but I just can't play it. Like, cause,
it's pretty complicated.
well,
when
it's
you
just
first...
like with the fucking analog, and like one of my buddies is so good at it, and he's like, just think about it like you're really skating. And I'm like, dude,
it's not.
I go skate all fucking day and get frustrated. I don't want to come back to my house and play a video game and suck at it. Like, fuck that, dude. Whereas with Tony Hawk, like, it was cool. Like you do like kickflip crooks. I mean, yeah, it got a little bit like ridiculous towards the end of its run with like the backflips and the manuals like into every fucking thing. But
And then somehow, like, the second one became, like, an episode of Viva La Bam.
yeah, it got a little weird. Like, but I just remember like there was like Tony Hawk 2 and you could skate. There was Venice and Philly. Like you could skate Love Park and then you could skate. Why am I spacing? Oh, Carlsbad High, like with, or there was the Carlsbad Gap and like the Leap of Faith. Like that was the coolest one, man. I was so hyped on that one.
I'm not, that great at skating, but I was on the leaderboards on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD on PlayStation 3.
Dude, there's so many of them I've lost fucking count, dude.
So okay, whenever I look you up on Blind, I find a lot of Damn Sundays. Is that a video or is that like a web series or what is that?
It's like kind of what it is pretty much. Have you heard of the Ride Channel? It's like a big I don't know if they're like. I think they're a YouTube channel. I think. But
I think I've seen a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, they have a bunch of subscribers and all this. And Blind, we do these things called like Damn Sundays, or they used to be called Sunday Fun Days, and it's pretty much just us, like one of the team riders, like we'll just go skate a skate park on like a Sunday or whatever, and just have fun and film it, and then we put it on the Ride Channel, so it's like good promotion for us and good promotion for the brand, and then it's also like a good, like it's like a good relationship that Blind has with the Ride Channel and stuff like that. So it's just it's not it's like kind of like just like like a little video web series that Blind does every Sunday. So. It's pretty cool and it's fun. You just get to go to a skate park and skate, and you just film that. And fuck, who wouldn't want to do that? It's easy.
Do you remember Captain and Casey?
Yeah,
Did you ever watch that?
I never really got to like watch it, but I remember the dudes.
I loved that show.
Yeah, I never. That was like a Fuel TV thing, right?
Yeah.
I never had Fuel TV when I was a kid, man. We had Fox Sports Net with this shit called like Blue Torch. Do you remember that, or was that before
I don't
your
think I
time?
ever saw that.
That was like.
I remember watching it. They had an X game show that would come on at like 1.
Yeah, this was like some shit like that. Like I remember at like 4 o'clock it would come on TV, and it would have all sorts of shit like surfing, fucking BMX, skating, snowboarding, and all this shit, and like. I would just sit there and like watch it so closely to be like, all right, I want to see the 15 minutes of fucking skating they have. Like Chris Pastors would always be on it. It was cool, man.
What is it like? What is it like skating at the barracks?
It's pretty cool, man. It's kind of wild. I don't know. Like you're just like, it's like this weird.
It seems like there's
feeling.
always something going on.
Yeah, dude. Like the last time I walked in, like so I hadn't been to the barracks in fucking ages, and they hit me up. Just to come in and kind of skate around, and so like I walk in, like the lights are all turned off and shit, and it's like they're filming one of those battle commanders.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh fuck, am I supposed to be in here? Like I felt like kind of weird, and like I open up the door, and it's just like Dustin Dollins fucking trying to like do this gnarly trick down the 4 block, and like this song like called "Wicked Game" by Chris Isaacs playing, which is just like a weird 80s love song. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, am I in the right place? So I just kind of sat down for a little while and like watched him battle his trick. But it's cool, man. Like you get to see like a lot of like fucking cool pros, and it's a good skate park, and I don't know, it's fun. It's rad. It's unlike any place on earth, that's for sure. So,
what is Dustin Dolan like?
I don't know.
He was my favorite.
He's cool. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really say that I know him. Like, it's not like I've ever just gone and fucking me and Dustin went and shot a game of pool or anything. But I mean, I like when I went out to Australia, like we like kind of hung out with him a little bit, and then some of the Volcom stuff that I used to do, like Dustin would be there, and he's a really he seems like a really nice guy. Like he likes to drink and just have a good time, and I don't know, he seems really cool. Like. I've always been a huge fucking fan of that guy. Like, he's one of the dudes that, like, I remember the first time I saw him skate in person, I was like, holy shit, he skates exactly like he does in the videos. Like,
yeah.
It was the same style and everything. It was just like, I don't know.
Is he drunk when he's skating?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that he is some of the times, but I mean, I've never asked him or anything, but, I don't know. He's rad. I like the dude. I think he's fucking cool. Like, he kills it too, but I don't know. That's really, I don't know him like too well, I guess. So.
When I saw that you were, because whenever I watched your stuff, it was the during like the digital part and and stuff like that. And so whenever I saw that you were on Blind now, I was like, holy shit. And so I went back and I actually watched Video Days a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even know where I'm leading into that. I just watched it like 4 times, and then I watched like a documentary on it and everything. But
have you seen that documentary called All This Mayhem on Netflix yet?
No, what is that one?
About the Pappas brothers. Dude, it's fucking insane. You gotta check it out. Like,
what is that about?
It's about these 2 like Australian pros, like Ben and Toss Pappas, who like it just shows their like rise to fame, and then like this shitty like all these crazy things happen to him. Like I don't know. I don't really want to give it away because it's like it's an awesome movie. But like the team manager for Blind, Bill Weiss, he's in it. Like
oh really?
Yeah, he talks about it and stuff. Like it's really good. That's just a good movie. If if anybody that's listening hears it too, you should check it out. It's called All This Mayhem on Netflix. It's fucking rad, dude.
I'll check that out for sure. Do you ever run into Josh Hawkins?
Josh Hawkins?
Yeah.
The dude from Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him every once in a while because he rides for OC Ramps as well. So, and he, when I rode for Vox, he rode for them too, and so we would go on trips and shit like that. Like I went to like Europe with them and stuff. He's a cool dude.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I remember whenever I was like in junior high, I got a 411 DVD with him on it. And then I found him on MySpace, and like, it's so embarrassing, but I don't know how old I was, but I think I was like 12 or something. And I started writing him on MySpace, and I was like, hey, if I send you like a link to me skateboarding on YouTube, will you watch it and tell me what you think?
That's fucking sick. Did he comment back?
Yeah, he said yeah, he would and everything, but looking back now, it's so embarrassed, and I never even uploaded anything to YouTube of me skateboarding.
No, Josh is a nice dude. He's just a down to earth guy. Like he's so cool, man. Like fuck, he probably watched it too, or like tried to. Oh,
it's just
funny.
an embarrassing story.
Nah, that's sick, man. Fucking MySpace, Jesus.
Yeah, I know, it's so old. Did you ever get to hang out and talk to Chris Cole while you were?
No, I've never really like talked to him. Like, I mean, he's always been around, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't have anything to say. I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'd say to him. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've seen him and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I tend to keep to myself or only like speak when I feel like I have something important to say sometimes. So, I don't know.
What projects are you working on right now?
Well, right now, what am I doing? Blind is going on a tour here in just a few days. On like April the 5th, we start a tour, and we're going up to Bakersfield, Fresno, San Jose, Santa Cruz, Los Altos, Berkeley, San Luis Obispo, and Santa Maria. So it's like a Northern California trip called the Sea North Tour. And so we're going to be doing that. And then I'm just filming a whole bunch, working on like just getting footage. And I think Blind might be coming out with a video later on this year. And then...
Oh, really? Can you say anything about that?
I mean, I'm not too positive. I just like know that I'm just supposed to be filming. So, I mean, I don't want to like say anything because honestly, I don't fucking know. So, like... I know that I'm just supposed to keep filming, and I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing things like these damn Sundays. I think I'm gonna have one of those come out pretty soon, and then I think some more stuff on the barracks maybe, and I'm just gonna keep trying to stay busy and do what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Just work hard.
When we do this show, there's a lot of times where we people write in and they ask us questions, advice questions. Or they ask him advice questions.
Okay.
And not really. No one wants to come to us for advice, but it's just always ridiculous what we end up coming with. But so I would like to do this segment with you since he's not here. And we pretty much just take those advice columns out of newspapers.
Okay.
And we just read them off and try to answer them.
All right, fuck, I'm kind of interested to see what this is.
Okay, so this is where we would normally put music. I don't know if we're going to add any music later, but, okay, here's our new song, and here it is.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you look, there's a heart. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look, there's a heart. Someone to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, there's a heart.
There's a heart. When you're lost out there and you all alone, someone will find you to carry you home. Saxophone.
Everywhere you look.
Ba-do-do-do-do.
Cody, what'd you think about that song that we just played?
Oh fuck, I have no idea.
Okay, we're gonna make it seem like it's to you, dear Cody. I am an 18-year-old girl. I have been dating my boyfriend for nearly 2 years. My boyfriend means everything to me. Although I have made mistakes, we would talk and fix things, and everything would be okay. Last year, we both went to universities in different parts of the country. So it was like we're having a long-distance relationship. I was okay with it until I met another guy who gave me everything I have been missing. We were not really dating, but I had sex with him many times. Earlier this week, my boyfriend found out and broke up with me. It was only after he was gone I realized he has always been and always will be my everything. I still love him. I want him back, but he doesn't want to hear from me. So please help me, Cody.
Oh fuck, she's just a little slut. There's no hope. Shouldn't have done it, dude. I don't know. I don't feel bad for her at all. Fuck
No?
that. Fuck her.
But
She's
she realized
18.
she made a mistake.
She's fucking 18, dude. I have buddies back home that have chicks. They're like, oh, dude, I love her. I'm like, you're fucking 18, dude. Like, there's so many fucking girls that are gonna come and go in your life. I don't know. Yeah, there's no hope for her. Fuck her. Hopefully that dude gave her an STD. Good for her boyfriend.
Okay, here's one more. Dear Cody, this girl that I kicked it with and I were having sex when she told me that she loved me. Because I was caught up in the moment, I replied with my own not-so-true declaration and told her I loved her back. Now I feel like I'm in a committed relationship, even though neither of us has confirmed anything. Since that night, she tells me I love you all the time, and I feel compelled to respond by telling her I love her also. Even though I don't mean it, I say it anyways, or else it just feels awkward. How do I get her to back off and take it slow without coming off as a jerk? I don't want to lead her on.
Fuck, I don't know. I guess. I mean, if this were like real and like it was like one of my homies, I'd just tell him to just talk to her about it and I don't know, like just be honest. I feel like that's the best way you can be with these chicks, whether or not. I mean, I don't know. Just be fucking honest. It's what is this kid like 18 as well or some shit, or does it say?
I don't think it says.
Yeah, I don't know. Just be honest. I mean, that's the easiest way to do things. I mean, I've definitely been in weird fucking relationships, and that shit gets so weird. So, I mean, if you're just honest from the get-go, and you're just like, hey, I fucked up, or I said this, instead of just covering your tracks, it's like more and more lies. You're just going to get so deep into the fucking rabbit hole that you're going to be fucked. Just come out and say it, dude.
Well, I think we're good.
Yeah, those are some really random questions.
Wait, how many of my questions were questions typically asked of you?
Just during interviews, or I mean, we've kind of covered the basic ones. I'm just saying the
those
fucking
ones.
love line questions that we fucking did.
Do you listen to that?
Oh no, I never do. Like, I just think it's funny. Like, I don't know these fucking kids with all their problems nowadays. It's like, dude, you're fine. You're wearing Nikes on your feet and driving a car. Nothing's wrong with you.
What was I gonna say? It's so funny seeing you here in this shitty He doesn't care if I make fun of it in this this shitty house.
Nah, dude, I'm not like. I've been on so many trips, man. I grew up very fucking kind of ends meet myself like when I was a kid and stuff. So I mean, that's kind of like another reason why like I don't take any of this shit for granted, because like I've seen both sides. Like I've seen like fucking dude eating like ramen noodles. Like we've all been there, dude, with like no fucking. Dude, one of my homies used to eat ramen noodles with no water and then just like have the packet sauce and like
really
pour it on them. I was like, dude,
that's pretty good.
Fucking gnarly. But like, yeah, I mean, dude, I
it's
grew
like
up,
chips.
I've seen both sides, so it's like, dude, this shit doesn't faze me. I'm not like bummed out. I don't judge people either. You know, it's not for me to fucking do, man.
Well, you're a great guy, Cody.
Thanks.
And thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for fucking hitting me up and having me down here and everything.
Do you have any? I'm sorry. Do you have any? I guess Instagram or Twitter or something that people can follow you or.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a Twitter. I think that shit's pretty stupid. But, I mean, Instagram. I have an Instagram, and then I have a Facebook too, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
I fucking hate Facebook, dude.
I have a Facebook, too, and I have such a... I hate it, but I have such a problem with, as soon as I unlock my phone, that's just the first app I go to every time. And I'm scrolling through, and I know that I hate it, but I'm just mindlessly scrolling through it. I have this thing, like, because, like, Blind really, like, wanted me... I didn't have a Facebook forever, because, honestly, I don't give a shit about it. Like, this is going to sound so dickheadish, but I don't care what other people are, like, into. Like, I don't know, like, one of my friends, like, oh... so-and-so like this, like, who gives a fuck? I don't care, man. Like, but, like, Blind was like, yeah, like, you should start this thing called, like, a page or whatever, where it's, like, you have, like your athletic fan page or some shit, I don't know. But in order to have one of those, you have to have, like, a normal one, too, like, your own personal one. And so I got one of those, and then, I was under the assumption that it was, like, Instagram, that you could just, like, follow people and stuff. But, like, you know, with Instagram, like, when you're like follow them, like you don't really see everything they like, you just see their posts or something, like but then with the Facebook thing, it was a little bit different. And so, dude, I have like, I think like on my personal one, like 6 friends or something, and really
I'm just still like, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Do people still try to message you on there?
Not really, because nobody knows it, because it's like a personal one, because it's not my name, obviously.
It's private.
Yeah,
it's not your name.
Well, it's not my name, because like with your page, like with like my like Cody McEntire one, like I think there's like a cutoff on how many like friends you can have on a personal one, but on the page you can have like millions. Which I mean,
you don't have anyone else post to your Facebook for you?
I think sometimes like you can have like admins and shit like that. Like there's this dude Fred, that he's one of them, but he usually leaves it up to me, because I mean, what's the point in him posting it? I mean, it might as well be like just blind posting something on their own, you know, like because that's why they wanted me to have it. I guess like I can have like a little bit of personality to it, so people can see me not just as a skateboarder. But it's funny, because I notice when I post things on like Instagram or Facebook, like sometimes I'll see shit that I get really hyped on, or like I'll make these weird little like montages and stuff, and I'm like, damn, dude, I'm so hyped on it. And like it's like the kids that skate don't fucking want to see that shit, they just want to see me like skating, because like on my skate posts it gets so much more, and I feel like such a douchebag posting like myself skating, but it's like I guess good for you, and like kids like want to see it and stuff, or people just want to see it, so it's like it's cool. I don't know. Social media is fucking weird.
It's funny, that reminds me of I think the biggest reason why I guess I have this obsession with social media is because for this podcast we have to try to promote it like as much as we can. And
yeah, you guys have like Instagram and shit like that, or?
Well, we have a Twitter and a Facebook. He mostly messes with the Twitter, which means that like the Twitter never gets looked at all. But I'm always looking at the stuff for the Facebook page, and I hate it, and I feel like a portion of me kind of just feeling like I sold out every time, you know? And but like the way that we do our show, I think we come off pretty liberal. We kind of try to stay in the middle, but we come off pretty liberal, I think, and it's just we make a lot of jokes about like Mountain Dew and Doritos and wrestling. And it's funny because on our page I'm sure you can do it on your page too, but you can see the typical interests of like fans. on your
Okay.
page, and I don't know if the people realize that we're making jokes about it, but it says that like the typical interests of people that like our page are people that love Ford F-150s, wrestling, Mountain Dew, Doritos, and Walmart.
Those are the best things ever, man.
They're no, they're awesome, but I don't think that that's like the demographic we're exactly going for. So it's like,
fuck. That sounds like almost every dude that lives in Belton, probably.
yeah. So it's like anytime, like if I post, you know, like those thug lives you see online.
Yeah.
I make political ones,
Okay.
and like if I make one like of Barack Obama or anything, it's just a bunch of people commenting like "fuck Barack Obama." And, like,
Yeah, that's what like I guess I hate about social media so much because like
so many opinions.
yeah when I was growing up, like, dude, I didn't have a fucking cell phone until I was 16 just because my mom wanted to make sure I wasn't dead from driving, you know, like, and it was just like if we didn't like something about skating or like we thought somebody was whack, we'd just be like, ah, yeah, that dude's lame, but you know, you just wouldn't buy his board or wouldn't fucking buy the shoes. But like nowadays, like it's like fucking this guy's skating's not up to par. Like it's there's all these message boards. Like, dude, one time my friend sent me a link to this shit called like the Slap Forum message board. And it's just ruthless, dude. The shit that those kids say on there is just so gnarly. Yeah, it's like, I don't understand how kids could be so, like, bummed about skateboarding. Like, it's like, yeah, I get it. There's assholes in skateboarding. I mean, there's assholes everywhere. Like, I'm sure that there's kids out there that don't like me. Like, but they've never even fucking met me, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's just weird, like, because, like, I saw this forum about myself. Like, my friend sent it to me, and it was so fucking funny reading the shit that these kids are saying. I was like...
They're just trashing you?
Well, yeah, I mean, just like, it was like, I think it was like right after like I got off at Think or when I was about to get on Blind, and there was just things like that. I mean, there are like positive things, but there's obviously like negative things too, and it's just like, it's like, why? What does it matter? Like, like I was really pissed off whenever the Cowboys didn't make it into the Super Bowl. I was so fucking mad, but like, I didn't feel the need to go on my Facebook and be like, they were fucking robbed. It should have been a catch. Like, it's just like, okay, it sucks that it happened, but just keep your shit to yourself. Nobody fucking cares. So, like, I don't get it. But we're in such like an age now where everyone feels like their opinion is so important that it's just like, dude, nobody gives a fuck about what you ate for breakfast. Nobody gives a shit about like your kid's picture at school. Like, dude, it's so funny. Like, I just get so over it. That's kind of why with Facebook, I'm just like, if I see one more picture of your 8-year-old kid, I'm gonna lose my mind.
As a page, can I don't ever see this, but I guess since you use pretty much just your page for fans or whatever, can you see the stuff that your fans post or anything like that?
No, like with the page, which to be honest with you, dude, like I don't even know the fucking ins and outs of it. Like I go on my phone and do it. Like if you were to like be like, hey, get on your Facebook on your computer, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know what the fuck does anything. Like. So, like, it's more so with, like, my personal one, like, with, like, my friends that I follow and stuff. That's whenever you see, like, the timeline, I guess it's called. But, like, with a page, it's more so, like, I'll, like, have a video that I'm like, okay, like, here's a video of me skating the fucking skate park. And I'll just post that on Instagram and then just, like, through Instagram be, like, share to Facebook, too. And then it's just people will comment on it and shit. Like, I don't see anybody's other stuff. Like, I guess people will post stuff on your timeline, but I don't really even know what the fuck any of that means. Like... Dude, it's like trying to teach your granddad how to write a fucking email. He's like, wait, what are you talking about? Like,
how much time can you go?
What's up?
How much time can you go?
What, with the interview?
Yeah.
I could probably about like 20, 30 more minutes.
I'm not trying to keep you here or anything.
No worries, man. Like, just as long as I like get out of here, because it's like an hour and a half drive back to Belton. So I mean, and then I think I need to have all my shit done kind of by relatively like need to be ready to go by like 3. So if I'm out of here by 12:30, that'll put me back there at 2. Yeah, so I'll be chilling.
That sounds so crazy. How do you not do coke or something?
I don't know, man. I'm used to just traveling and driving and doing all this shit, man. I've just been doing it for so long, and it's like how we were talking about earlier about being hard to like be in relationships and all that shit. Like, dude, it's kind of rad. Like, I've learned to like really cherish my like alone time. I know that sounds fucking
No,
weird,
no,
but, like,
I totally get it.
it's like I think that there like it comes down to it whenever you can like be happy with yourself, like that's the most important thing. And when
Yeah,
you can actually
yeah.
like just sit by yourself and be like completely like I'm happy. Like there's something that to be said about that, like to be like, wow, you're figuring it out. Like I feel like
I know exactly what you mean.
yeah, like not to go into like some crazy deep intellectual conversation, but I feel like nowadays like we don't really get that much alone time to ourselves, like a normal person, because you're like going to work, going to school, going home, like eating dinner, and then fucking watch TV, go to bed, and do the same shit. Like whereas with me, like I'm about to go drive my car to California, and I'm gonna be just alone by myself for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
I just have all this time to just sit and think, and like it's kind of fucking cool, man. Like I get to like figure out things about myself, and I get to like I literally have like internal conversations. Like it's like fucking weird, but like it's cool. Like I don't know, and I feel like a lot of like people don't necessarily get that kind of stuff, and so
I think it's
I'm just used to
important.
it.
I think a lot of people we need to reflect on ourselves and kind of
Yeah, and I mean like integrate
work ourselves out.
in like a way that you can like integrate that into like the social media shit. Like I feel like that's why people have the urge to like want to bitch and complain and moan about stuff, because it's like
They can't deal with being by
they're
themselves.
not happy with their own ways going. You know, like maybe you got a fucking shitty like job that you don't like, or maybe your boss is a dickhead, so you're gonna go home and vent the fuck out on Facebook. Whereas like I just don't feel the need to do that, because I don't know, fuck it, I'll just keep it to myself, and like I'm happy with what I'm doing. Like, I don't know, which I'm not saying it's wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just I feel like it might be a little unnecessary sometimes, but
I think it is really important though, because there was a point where, I mean, I don't think I'm as busy as you, but I go to school, I work full time. This podcast takes a lot more time than it really should, but I take a long time editing it, and then also like little side things that I try to do, or you know, it's all so hectic, and like a lot of that time is I spend, you know, that by myself with like homework, or trying to write like an article or something, or you know, I totally get it, and I don't know, I guess I'm just taking a long time to just say I agree with you, but
no worries, man.
what are I guess what are some other interests of yours, like what movies do you like? It seems like a basic question.
I asked him fucking Tinder questions now. So what are you into?
Do you do that? Do you do Tinder?
Dude, fuck. For a minute I did. Like, I was like dating this chick for, dude, like 5 years. It was so gnarly, man. I was like, holy fuck, like thought I was gonna like marry this girl and all sorts of shit. And so like whenever you're with somebody that long, you forget to like go out and like I don't really go to bars or drink or anything. Like, I mean, I don't know, I try and stay like healthy. I mean, which I'm not saying that's not healthy, but I have like this crazy diet that I fucking stick to and all this, so I don't go out and drink or do anything. So, and with skateboarding, I mean, you can meet girls and stuff, but I mean, obviously, like, I'm not really trying to just hook up with random chicks at fucking skate contests and stuff. But, so when I broke up, or when this chick and I broke up, like, it was really fucking weird. I was like, whoa, what do I do? Like, because we were like living together.
5 years is a long time, too.
Dude, it was fucking
it's like
crazy.
you have to learn how to date again.
Yeah, it was really weird, man. And so like it taught me two things. I was like, one, like I'm just gonna have to become like happy with like being by myself, and two, like never fucking trust a chick. Because like I was like, I would see my homies get fucked over by girls, and I was like, nah, man, my girlfriend would never do that to me. And like, you know, she fucking did it. So it's like not necessarily that it jaded me, but I'm just like, I'm not a fool. Like, or I won't get like that deep into it. But so like my buddy was like showing me, I heard about that shit Tinder or whatever, and he was like, yeah, dude, it's like a fucking easy way to meet chicks and all this stuff. And like, I don't know, dude, like I went on it, and it's just funny and weird. It's like, but I mean, I guess meeting fucking a girl at a bar is just as weird, you know? Like I mean, I'd rather meet a girl on Tinder, I guess, than at a bar where she's like, oh, buy me a drink. Like, fuck you. You buy me a drink. Like, what the fuck do I had a chick on Tinder one time and tell me like, you want to meet up tomorrow and buy me a drink? And she's like, no.
What?
Like, fuck that. No. Like, let's meet up tomorrow and you buy me a burrito or something. Like, go fuck off. That shit's so funny.
I got on Plenty of Fish. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, one of my buddies.
One of my friends told me to get on there too, and I could not take it serious. I tried really hard to take it serious.
Yeah.
But just like a lot of the questions, I kind of gave just the worst answers to.
I've never been on it personally, but my friend showed me some girl that he matched with, and dude, it was like.
You pretty much just match with anybody in that area.
But just this girl, though, in particular, like, it just was like, what the fuck? Like, you couldn't make it up. Like, she was like, I think she had some crazy name, like, fucking, I don't even know, like, Princess Majestic or something. Just like, we were already like, oh, man, this is gonna be crazy. And so, like, her fucking thing was like, she was like, I have some disease where I'm dying. I only have like 5 years to live, and I want kids, and I'm trying to find somebody to have kids with me and treat me like the princess I am. And like,
that's
dude,
a troll. That has to be a troll.
No, dude, I swear to God, it was like, and she had all these pictures of herself. Like, it was so fucked up that it like you couldn't make it up. You know,
really?
like it was just like, and like all of her like interests, she was like, I want like a military man, and like just the craziest shit I'd ever heard. I was like, dude, I want to like meet this girl in person so I can just be like, what happened? Like, how did you get this way? Like, it's just fucking, like, sometimes, like, I sit and I think, like, man, I'm kind of weird. I like, lead, like, a really weird lifestyle, and I'm just like, dude, I'm the most normal motherfucker, like, compared to some of these people out here, like, Princess Majestic, and, like, it was insane, dude, like, and my buddy, my buddy was on Tinder, and he matched with, like, a fucking unicorn, dude.
What do you mean?
Like...
Someone just made a profile for a unicorn?
Yeah, and I guess he wasn't looking, and he was just hitting yes a whole bunch. And so one of the fucking matches came up and it was this unicorn. I'm like, dude, you gotta, like, talk to this fucking thing. And he, like, had, like, a full-on, like, 3-page conversation with this unicorn. Yeah, about, like... having sex with the horn and just all this weird
like
shit.
The person stayed like in character with his unicorn?
Yeah, it was weird as fuck. Like it was like comical, but like kind of like, whoa, this is weird. Like who the fuck would want to do this? But I don't know, man. That shit's crazy.
It's weird. Like I want to say like a year back, whenever I was drunk, I would always look up my name on Facebook, and then anybody named James Torres, I would start messaging them and ask them about their life compared to mine.
Yeah.
And I would have all these conversations drunk with all of these other James Torreses.
That's pretty interesting.
But it kind of reminds me of the unicorn thing.
Did you ever get any good stories out of them?
No, there was one guy that I kept going to every time I was drunk. Because he was the one that for sure answered me back, like, every time, you know?
Yeah.
And, I don't know, he seemed kind of lame, but, I mean, he was a cool guy for answering back at me.
Yeah. Well, fuck it.
So what kind of movies did you say you like?
Oh, yeah, what the fuck do I like? Horror movies are always pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like slasher movies. That shit's kind of whack. I just like it when it's, like, the crazy, like, supernatural movies.
Like, which horror movies?
What was that one? It's like, fuck, what's it called? Like the people that made like that Annabelle movie, but there was like a movie before that.
Oh,
like,
okay, I kind of know what you're talking about.
The Conjuring or something.
Yeah, and they also did Insidious.
Yeah, I think so. Like those type of movies definitely like freak me out. It's, I don't know. I think they're pretty fun. And then I don't know. I really like there's this one movie. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I'm not gonna say it correctly. I think it's called like Hiro or Jiro Dreams of Sushi. It's just like Jiro. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I really
that
like
movie's
that.
fucking amazing,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Like I watched that and it was. I mean, it's
incredible.
Yeah, it's about this sushi and stuff. Which I mean, I look at it as almost like a metaphor for like it could be like anything that you're into. It's just such like an inspirational like, dude. If everybody on Earth loved anything as much as that dude loves fucking sushi, this would be like fucking a utopia of just like great fucking things. Like I don't know, I watched it and it was like one of those movies where it's like as gay as it sounds, you're like, holy shit, like I could like cry. Like this dude, like
no, yeah, he
I don't
was so
love anything in my
passionate about
life.
sushi.
So,
yeah,
it's like it's cool, man. Like it makes me think like, fuck, I hope I love skateboarding this much. Like So that was like a really great film. Like stuff like that's like kind of cool. Like those like little documentaries like that. And I like a lot of those weird like Vice documentaries and shit too.
Those are really good too. I like those. Do you ever watch what is it called? The PBS documentaries. They have a few of them on Netflix. They're I think they're called Frontline.
No, I know what you're talking about. I've seen them before, but I'm not like an avid like watcher of them really. Like I watch these weird things like on the BBC commercial where it's this dude, what's his name, like David Attenborough or something. He's like a narrator.
Yeah.
And he does all these like crazy like deep sea documentaries where it'll have like the bottom of like the ocean with all the fish that like where they light up and all this crazy shit. I just think that's crazy. Like I don't know, like we don't even know like what's on Earth on like all of it really, you know. And then
I think it's like what 10% of the ocean.
Yeah, something like that. It's fucking nuts, dude. But it's like just really cool to be like, dude, there's things like on Earth that we don't even know. Like there's still things out there that we've never even seen and stuff. So like watching those little documentaries and stuff, I just think it's really neat.
Have you seen that one about the megalodon?
Mm-mm.
They do you know what the megalodon is?
Is that like a huge pterodactyl bird or something?
No, it's like the biggest shark like I guess they've ever known of.
No.
It's they say it's assumed that they're extinct, but since we only know so much about our ocean, we kind of assume that they might still be around in the lower parts of the ocean, and they're just like it's like a shark the size of this house, pretty much.
Damn.
And they went looking for the megalodon, and I guess areas where it's kind of rumored that they might have been spotted. Yeah. And they ended up finding this prehistoric goblin shark. It's like the craziest.
Yeah.
It's so crazy looking. It's the ugliest. It looks old, and it's like the ugliest looking shark I've ever seen, and it can extend its mouth like away from its body somehow.
It's like some alien shit.
No, yeah, it's like
I think it's cool though because there's so many things that we don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm. They're like the scariest things ever. Everything in the ocean is just scary. But cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're done for now.
All right.
That's good. That's a good long. Yeah.
Cool,
but
man.
Thanks for doing this again. And yeah, thanks.
No worries, man. Thanks for having me.
Wow. Gee, I had no idea. So
What was your favorite part?
all of it.
No. One in particular.
When he did the advice, he handled it pretty good.
Oh, really?
Even though I wasn't there.
Which advice question?
You know, the one about the girl.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Which girl? They're both about girls.
It goes without saying. Anyways, I think Cody handled himself pretty good in there with the old James, Texas. Can't wait to have him back on someday.
Oh, yeah. No, I would love to have him back on.
Well, check the Facebook page. There's some More Up Next. Follow us on Twitter at More Up Next. YouTube. Write the show. Like us on iTunes. Subscribe. Really helps out the show.
Listen moreupnext.com. If you have an advice question for Darwin, email listenmoreupnext@gmail.com. Hey, you know what? Leave us a review on iTunes. Leave us one of those.
Yeah. It'll be fucking sweet. But until next time. Sayonara!
Fuzzy.
Thing sucks!